Welcome back to another episode featuring a conversation with road and track writer Robert Sorokanich. Brought to you by APiDA Online, this is Offtrack.
I mean, it's such a familiar story because the way I started is I really didn't know where I was going either. I just got out of school and I graduated with a bachelor's in marketing with no real prospects. I mean, I could get a job at maybe some marketing agency, start at entry level, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I kind of eked my way through school because I had an idea that I needed to get a degree, if only to satiate my parents, and because I didn't want to get 90% there and then just drop out.
Right, and it feels like the right thing to do. It feels
it really does. I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave, but I wanted to leave, but I just stayed just out of habit, and perhaps my student loans wouldn't have been as high as they are now, but whatever.
I know that pain. Believe me.
So I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew I loved cars. It was my passion. I liked working on them. So I was a big contributor to forums. I was on Club Lexus. I was on Super forums. I was on Nissan, like the Nissan Maxima forums. My first car was a Nissan Maxima, and I knew a lot of people in those forums. And all I would do is just hang out on forums. Obviously, I wasn't getting paid for this. It's just me wasting time arguing with people on the internet.
The time-honored tradition.
Yeah, but based on that, I learned how to form structure within my posts. You know, I made DIYs that were very long-winded. I mean, I did a 3.5 swap in my Maxima, and I wrote the entire procedure, and it took me like 4 or 5 hours to write the entire thing, and I had to make it entertaining. I had to, do it in a way where it's easily digestible by people.
Right.
So that sort of helped, and I knew I wanted to go into that world, but I didn't know what my in was.
Right.
So I decided to make a website. My website is APiDAonline.com, and I wanted that to be a knowledge hub of if you go on and type in a car, it's not exactly there yet, but if you go on and type in a car, you'll see, common problems for the car. You'll see, these are internet forums that you should check out.
Right.
And here's a list of DIYs that you can do based on how hard they are, how much they cost, stuff like that. It's just a knowledge hub, and I wanted to start that. But I didn't know how to promote or get people interested, so I started writing articles. And I think one of my first articles was 5 reasons why it sucks to be a car enthusiast.
Great headline already.
Right. Because sometimes it does suck to be a car enthusiast.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any money, by the way. So I went to Facebook, and Facebook's algorithm is a little bit weird because before, when they were just starting out and they had Facebook pages for specific things, if you had, say, 200 likes, and you wrote something, all those 200 people would see it on their feed.
Right, I remember that era, yeah.
Now it's different. Now they'll only give it to, say, 35 people.
Right.
And if those certain 35 people, if they have likes, if they engage with the story, then it'll open up to more people.
Right. It's like a pyramid system now.
It is
like
a pyramid system.
Scheme.
Yeah. It is a pyramid. And what Facebook does is they say, if you want to reach more people, you can pay for it.
Right.
So essentially, you're paying to talk to the people that already like you.
Right, yeah. Which is bizarre.
Which is a little bit bizarre. And I didn't want to do that.
We are in Toyota Sienna country right now.
Oh, yeah. This is Toyota Sienna and Honda Odyssey. I mean, this is all you're going to see.
Yep.
So I didn't want to do that. I had no money. So what I did is Facebook groups, to post on Facebook groups, that was free.
Right.
So I joined 400 Facebook groups.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I just went through every single Facebook group, like everything I can think of, just Euro cars, Japanese cars, specific models of cars, fan clubs, for sale, for sale groups, just anything that I can think of. And I started posting one by one, because there are ways that you can post like a batch post,
right?
But it looks spammy. It just looks like a little thing of text and then your link, and it looks a little spammy. But if you do it yourself and you give it a little time, there's like a picture and you can, it looks better.
Right.
So I did it one by one. I spent a lot of time, and I ended up getting a school bus.
That guy's really...
Yeah.
I can't imagine driving a full-size international school bus in Brooklyn. Like, that has got to be one of the most harrowing driving jobs on earth. Because, I mean, look how wide that thing is, you know?
I mean, there's plenty of scrapes on these bumpers, by the way.
Yeah, that is, I mean, that is how they do it. That's how they survive, is,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
rubbing and racing.
Rubbing is racing. You see a school bus with the bumper sticker that says rubbing is racing.
I'm not drafting, I'm qualifying. Or no, tailgating. I'm not tailgating, I'm qualifying.
So I posted to 400 Facebook groups, and over time I saw that my article was getting, 10, 15,000 views on my site that was, just started by me. I didn't do anything, special. I didn't have some advertising budget. So that started working out, but I knew that I wanted to get it on the next level, and I didn't want to spend hours upon hours on Facebook, just posting on various Facebook groups.
Right.
Especially if, people find you spammy, right?
Yeah.
So then I looked up Jalopnik. I wasn't an avid Jalopnik reader. I saw some articles every once in a while. And Jalopnik had a really good resource. It was Opposite Lock. Opposite Lock is their open forum, where anybody can post anything. And I started posting my stories, my Art of the Flip stories, where I buy and sell cars for a profit.
Right.
Hopefully. And
Usually.
Usually, that's the idea. And they started getting reposted to the front page of Jalopnik, which got, it got 30, 40,000 views.
Yeah, that's where you get the traffic.
Yeah, and that was insane, and that was like linking back to my site. So like a certain number of those people were linking back to my site because I put some links, and that really started me off on, okay, I can write more of these because I have more experience.
Right.
So I started writing more, and they started getting posted more, and I got followed by Patrick George of Jalopnik, who is now senior editor.
Right.
And I believe it was either Travis Sikulski or somebody else. I got followed by them on Twitter. And that may have been a mistake because all I did from then on is every time I posted an article, I made sure to message them that I had a new article coming, had a new article out, if they can please share it. And I did this multiple times. I mean, I pestered them. I guarantee it. I guarantee they were annoyed with me to the point where they had to do it, or else a restraining order wasn't. They had to issue a restraining order on.
And I mean, it sometimes feels a little scammy doing it that way, or a little bit sleazy to do that. But
it's the only
that's what
way
you
to
have
do
to
it.
do.
It's the only way to do it.
Anybody, this is true in any industry. If you want to do it and you are good enough to get the attention of people, you need to hold their attention. And I'm sure that you were persistent, but I really doubt that you were overbearing. I mean, these are people who do this for a living. These are people who cover the auto industry professionally. And so if somebody has caught their eye, like, yeah, they probably were grateful to have the reminders, because think of how many different things they're keeping track of on any given day, at any given hour.
Exactly.
And I get this from people now. Now that I write for Road and Track and Car and Driver online, I've got people pitching me stuff all the time. And if I forget about them and they remind me, they're doing me a favor,
But do you get the people that keep on reminding you, even though the story might not be that good?
I try to make sure if somebody's pitching me something that I don't want, me personally, I try to let them know that it's not a right fit for us, and I try to be honest with them in a way that's friendly, but also that I'm letting them know the truth.
You're like the nice hot girl at the bar.
That's what people say about me.
Listen, I'm sure you're a nice guy, okay? But, I mean, just look at me.
All right, that's it for today's episode. What did you think? As always, you can leave a comment down below to give us your view, and join us next time when we continue the conversation. Be sure to follow Bob on Twitter to keep up with his frankly amazing automotive writing, and subscribe to this channel by hitting the button right on top of me if you want to see more videos just like this. Thanks for watching.